Hi, David Odell here with Odell Complete Concrete. Right now we're at the job site, just arrived this morning. We got a garage floor, remove and replace. What happened, there was a tree out here at one time, got underneath this, it heaved the center, dropped the corners after the roots decomposed. Now the garage door doesn't come down level. It's also affected the driveway, but that's phase two potentially. Anyway, let's get down to business and rip it out. Hi, David Odell here with Odell Complete Concrete. Pulling off the Vermeer Skidster track. We have the breaker attachment. I have two size buckets. I have a tooth bucket, then I have my smooth bucket. Then of course the breaker attachment. Here we'll start with the breaker attachment. And what I like to do when I get in these areas where the concrete's bound in by other objects is I like to go around the perimeter. That way when I start ramming the bucket underneath the middle areas, I can lift and pry, and I don't have to worry about disturbing the perimeter. And that brick is crucial because we know that's a weak link here, so I have to really be careful with the brick, even driving the tractor over the brick without any support on either side. So if you notice there, I left some of that concrete on the other side of the brick just so I can drive back and forth without smashing that brick down or cracking it. As we open this up, the soil looked pretty good. All we really have to do is put some reinforcement in there, regrade it, compact it, and put a vapor barrier in. As we started removing this, we found that when they originally put this in, they didn't spend a lot of time in grading the dirt underneath the concrete slab. They just kind of it was a blow and go. You know, these are all tracks. You just try to put them up as fast as you can and move on to the next one type deal. But in this case, since we're doing it the second time, we're going to go ahead and make sure that we have a nice uniform 4 inches or 5 inches concrete throughout, rather than, in this case, it was about 6 to 8 in the rear and about 2.5 in the front. So there's a lot of variances there. Now I've got the tooth bucket here. And I like the tooth bucket at this point because I like to save my smooth bucket for fine tuning the grade. And if you start prying with your smooth bucket, now it's not straight anymore, so you can't really do a nice grade job. So I use my tooth bucket to do my ripping and heavy lifting. You'll notice in that dump trailer I've lined the inside with plywood to protect the metal. That foam there, what I did with that, I'm utilizing that not only as an expansion joint, but also I'm using it to correct the elevation of this garage floor so that the new door will come down, flat. Because the driveway is on a crown right now, we don't really want to match it, because if we do remove the driveway in the future, we can go ahead and match the new garage elevation. So on either side, on the corners of the garage door, will be raised about 3/4 of an inch and flush in the middle of that brick. That's what it takes to get it straight across here. So we got 6 mil visqueen, and then we've got number 3 rebar, 2-foot centers. I got a professional rebar tire in here today. He's going with the wheel and he's knocking it out in a hurry. The reason I like the loop ties in these situations, because I don't like to wear the slip over boots over my existing boots. I like to go barefoot with just a, no boot, slip my foot into a regular boot. But the problem with that is with tie wire or walking on steel all day, you're going to feel it on your feet. But if you use the loop ties, it's not going to puncture your wheelbarrow tires, not going to puncture your boot. So there's advantages and disadvantages to everything that we do out here. You don't really think about it, but there really is. This particular mix design I went with here was 3250, 3250 psi. That's what it's designed to break at in 28 days, but usually it goes over, probably hit near 4,000 in reality, because everything's over engineered, of course. Engineered at one thing, and it's going to break big higher. Here's your aluminum rod board. We just duct taped a wood stake on top so we could ride it on that overhead. My screed pins is just a wood stake with a 16 duplex running through it. The reason there's two stakes is so it doesn't fall over when we're trying to ride on top of it. They make specific clips for those overhead screeds, but I haven't found one that I liked. Usually they slip down, they move, or they take a long time to fasten. This is Big Blue. This lays it down flat, fast, and effortlessly. Because we're pouring on plastic, you would assume we're going to get bleed water, but with the high PSI and a lot of cement, you really don't get much bleed water. Also, with the more cement in there, it's going to dry quicker. It's going to generate more heat. And because we're semi-enclosed here, that heat's going to stay in there and really cook it off. Here's a little modified hand float, fiberglass hand float. He scored that. He's done a lot of modifications to a lot of his tools, I noticed. And this is just one of them, for instance. He said he likes the notches because it grabs. That's why I go with wood float, because it grabs automatically. Here we are on this is not the final pass, but we're getting real close. Also, I have fiber mesh. Oh yeah, this is the final pass. The reason I know it is because I'm adding water right now, because it's that hard. Another indication that this is the final pass is because I have to use two hands. Basically, my 5-inch trowel got down to about 4 inches on this one. Here's the handprints going in. This was actually earlier than that pass you just seen. Otherwise, you wouldn't have got handprints in it. So this got so smooth that you could actually put some water on there, get barefoot and run across it and slide. Here's the Medusa, a really must-have tool for saw cutting, decorative cuts, control joints. Rolls perfectly straight every time. Look at that mirror finish. I can see my reflection in it. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. If you like these kind of videos, make sure you subscribe, because I keep uploading a new one about every week. Have a good one. Bye.